Hi, this is Sir Heron. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will be discussing annuities. So let's begin. What is annuity? Annuity is a sequence of payments made at equal and fixed intervals or periods of time. Best example of annuity is, for example, you are purchasing a mobile phone from a specific shop, and then you put that purchase into home credit. Home credit mo siya. So, ibig sabihin, you are just paying that gadget in an installment mode of payment. And then the payment, for example, that gadget is payable within 12 months or 1 year, and then monthly yung payment mo. So, yung monthly payment mo, yung value nun is equal lang siya. Equal sila. So, the sequence of payments, ang tawag natin doon is annuity. Another example of annuity is, for example, the payment for loan. For example, nag-loan ka na sa bangko ng pera. So, ang bayad mo kada buwan nun, for example, kinakaltasan ka buwan-buwan, kailangan magbayad ka buwan-buwan, is the same. Same lang yung value nun. Same lang ang value. So, the sequence, kada buwan, pag pinagsama mo lahat ng yon, that is what we call the annuity. And then another one is insurance. Okay, insurance naman, nagbabayad tayo, di ba? For example, nag-apply ka sa insurance, nag-apply ka. Nag-avail ka ng insurance. Okay, and then you're gonna have to pay for that. Ikaw, mamimili ka, for example, anong gusto mong bayaran tong insurance mo? Is it monthly? Gusto mo buwan-buwan? Is it quarterly? That is every 4 months, quarterly. Every 3 months, rather, that is quarterly. Semi-annually, every 6 months. Okay, so the sequence of payment, kasi same lang yun, fix ang interval ng time nun, and then ang payment naman, the payment value is just the same. So, ang sequence nun, pag pinagsama mo lahat ng yun, is what we call the annuity. Okay, in this lesson, we will be focusing on 3 types of annuity. And what are those types? The first one is simple annuity. Second is general annuity. Third is deferred annuity. So let's talk about the simple annuity first. Simple annuity. It's an annuity where the payment interval coincides with the interest conversion period. Example, if you are paying, for example, nag-home credit ka na isang appliance, and then payable yan within 12 months, and you are paying monthly. And then yung interest nun is kinonvert din siya into month or by month. Kasi kailangan mag-coincide sila kung kailan ka nagbabayad, yung payment interval mo. Kailangan maging monthly din yung conversion ng interest rate. Okay, kailangan compounded siya monthly kung monthly ka nagbabayad. And then, of course, we're gonna have its formula. Okay, so we have amount of simple annuity or the future value. Bakit tinatawag tong future value ang amount ng simple annuity? As what I have told you a while ago, annuity is the sequence of payments made at fixed interval or period of time, diba? So, ibig sabihin, pag pinagsama mo yun na lahat ang amount, diba? Yung future value. Kailan mo ba matatapos yun, diba? Pagkatapos na ng loan mo. In the future, kaya tinatawag siyang future value kasi it is a sequence. Sum, diba? Yun siya. And then the formula is F, capital letter F equals capital letter R times quantity 1 plus J raised to N minus 1 all over J. Okay, we have here a lot of symbols. So what are these symbols? So, isasahin natin. We have your capital letter F. It's the future value of a simple annuity. Next, we have here capital letter R. It refers to the regular payment of the present value. Ito yung, for example, nagabayad ka buwan-buwan, hulugan sa cellphone. Yung value na yon, yun ang regular payment mo. Kung magkano man yon. And then, small letter J, it is the interest rate per period. Period. So, walang problema to kasi nga coincide siya. Kung monthly ka nagbabayad, yung interest mo din is gonna convert monthly. So, yun na mismo ang ating J. Next, we have N, small letter N. It's a number of payments. For example, 12 months ka nagbabayad. So, ilang beses ka magbabayad? So, 12. Then, okay, what is J? J can be computed using the formula J is equal to I over M, wherein small letter I is the interest rate. Ang interest rate, alam natin, it is usually expressed yearly. annually, di ba? And then, small letter m is the conversion period. Is it monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually? Next, small letter n, the number of payments. We can solve for the number of payments using the formula n is equal to t times m, wherein t, small letter t, is a term. Gaano katagal yung loan na yon, yung babayaran mo na yan, for example, how many years, how many months. Pero pag months ang binigay, we're gonna have to express that in terms of year or years. And then of course, m, it is simply the conversion period. Same lang doon sa nauna. Now, let's have an example. Okay, so we have here a deposit of 5,000 pesos is placed into a savings account at the beginning of every month for 10 years. This savings earns 6.5% annual interest, compounded monthly. If no withdrawals were made, how much is in the account right after the last deposit? Okay, so this problem talks about simple annuity or just the annuity. So ano yung palatandaan natin? So what is the keyword para malaman natin na ang word problem talks about annuity? Kapag ito ay may nakalagay na deposit, nakalagay dyan, beginning of every month. Okay, at the end of every month, nagde-deposit siya ng ganun. Kasi class, uh, this annuity, it is also parang magkaparehas lang sila ng compound interest. Ang kaibahan ng compound interest sa simple annuity is that sa compound interest, isang beses ka lang maglalabas ng pera at tutubo na yung pera mo. It will grow, 'di ba? Exponentially. Mag-grow yung pera mo. While in annuity is kailangan mo mag-deposit, maglabas ng pera regularly. 'Di ba? Regularly. At regular din siyang tutubo. Okay? Ayun siya. Yun ang kaibahan ng dalawa. So, pag sinabi natin annuity, may makikita ka siyang beginning of every month, at the end of every month. Basta may mga ganun. May word na every. Yan. Okay. So, this is simple annuity. So, first thing to do is to present the given. So, what are the given? So, we have here capital letter R, the regular payment, or ito yung dinaposito, that is 5,000 pesos. I, the interest rate, that is 6.5%, that is equal to 0.065. Time or the term, that is 10 years, kasi for 10 years. Conversion period, since ito ay every month, since it is compounded monthly rather, that is why it is equal to 12. And then, the missing here is F, the future value. Kasi sabi dito sa problem, how much is in the account? Magkano daw ang nasa account pagkatapos ng huling deposito? Ayun, magkano na ang nasa account? Okay, so we're gonna have to use the formula above. So, copy the formula. Ayan, and then we're gonna have to input the values for the variables on the formula. So, R, that is 5,000 pesos. Okay, so sorry. 5,000 pesos. J, of course, J, binigay ko na sa inyo ang formula a while ago. That is I over M, the interest rate, that is 0.065. Ayan. And then all over M, the conversion period, since it is compounded monthly, that is 12. So 0.065 divided by 12. Raised to n, and then yung n naman is equal to the term or time times the conversion period. Since the time or term is 10 years, that is 10, multiply to the conversion period, that is 12. So 10 times 12 tayo dyan. And then in the denominator rather, it is also equal to j. At ang value ng j natin is 0.065 divided by 12. Nakabase yun sa formula. And then, ang una natin gagawin, pag ganito na siya, after inputting all the given values to our formula, is we're gonna have to simplify. Uunahin natin yung nakapaloob sa parenthesis. So, we're gonna have, okay, dito tayo, sa numerator. So, we're gonna have to simplify or divide 0.065 by 12 as well as this one, and then multiply the 2 in the exponent. So, ayan tayo. So, 0.065 divided by 12, that is equal to 0.0054166667. This value is the whole, or ito yung complete value ng mismong, ito talaga yung quotient ng fraction na yan. Okay, ito yung complete value ng fraction na ito. Ayan siya. So, lahat dapat. Wag mo siyang i-round off. Para maging safe tayo, the safest way is to write all the complete value of this one. Example, ito, yung fraction na yan. Ano yung decimal form niya? Ito yung decimal form niya. Complete yan. Hindi tayo nag-round off. And then, 10 times 12, of course, that is 120. Okay, nakapaloob sa parentheses, we're gonna have to add 1 and then this decimal value. So, ayan na tayo. 1.005416667 raised to 120. Ngayon naman, in your scientific calculator, kung wala kang scientific calculator, you can use your mobile phone. Meron yung calculator. Meron yung scientific calculator dyan. Ang unang gagawin is to input the numbers, decimal number, 1.005416667, and then you're gonna have to press yung nakalagay either y raised to x, x raised to y in your calculator. Sa cellphone nyo o kaya sa calculator mismo. Okay? And then, press equal sign. Yun ang gagawin natin. So, the value of this is 1.9121838828. Ito yung complete value niya. Minus 1. Of course, minus 1, 0. Ang matitira na lang ay 0.9121838828. Then divide it by the decimal number on the denominator. So, divide lang natin tong dalawa using your scientific calculator. So, upon division, the quotient is 168.4031579. And then multiply this decimal number to 5,000 pesos. Then, upon multiplication, the product, it will yield to a result which is equal to 842,015 pesos and 79 cents. 842,015 pesos and 79 cents. Ito na yung future value. Ito na yung value na to. So, after getting the final answer, the last step is to write the conclusion. So, here is our conclusion. Therefore, 842,015 pesos and 79 centavos will be in the account after the last deposit. So, ito na yung ating conclusion. So, ito na yung mailalagay, ito yung halaga ng pera na nasa account pagkatapos ng huling deposit. Okay? So, it talks about simple annuity. Okay? Next thing to do is to find the present value. Ano naman yung present value? Okay. Present value of a simple annuity, the formula is in the upper right corner of the screen. So, letter P, it denotes the present value equals R, of course, that is a regular payment, times 1 minus quantity 1 plus J raised to negative N all over J. And then, we're gonna have to use the same problem. Ang kaibahan lang dito, ang question dito, is that if you want to generate a series of payments in the future, how much money will be needed now? Pag sinabi natin yung present value ng annuity, ito yung pera na kailangan, it's the sum of money na kailangan mong i-invest ngayon para ikaw ay kumita. Para ma-generate mo yung, for example, mag-a-advance ka na ng payment, isang hulugan na lang lahat. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng present value. Isang hulugan na lang, isang bayaran na lang. Hindi ka na mag-monthly payment. Sabihin, isang bayaran ka na lang. One-time payment na lang. That's the present value. Pag one-time payment kasi tayo, using annuity, pag annuity ang pinag-usapan natin, is makakasave tayo. Malaki ang madi-discount natin. Okay, malaki ang madi-discount natin. Unlike sa installment ang payment natin. So, that is the present value. Okay. So, first thing to do is to present the given. So, the given are, we have regular payment, 5,000 pesos. Ito yung lagi niyang dinadeposito sa kanyang account at the beginning of every month. And then the interest is 6.5 is equal to 0.065. Then the term is 10 years. The conversion period is 12 since it is compounded monthly. And the future value is 840,015 pesos and 79 cents. Nilagay ko lang dyan. And then the present value is unknown. Unknown siya. So, anong gamit ng present value? Ang present value, ito yung amount na pwede mong ihulog na ngayon agad-agad para hindi ka na mag-monthly payment, pag-monthly deposit sa account mo para makapag-generate ng 842,015 pesos at 79 cents after 10 years. Ibig sabihin, hintayin mo na lang dumating yung ika-10 taon at ito nang laman ng yung account. Isang beses ka lang magbabayad. Okay, using the formula, ito yung formula natin. Input lang natin dito ang mga values. Okay, the regular payment 5,000, ang J natin, ito yung kanina, di ba? J is equal to I, the interest rate, that is 0.065, all over M, the conversion period, that is 12, divide natin sa 12, and then N is time or term times conversion period. So, negative times 10 times 12. Okay? Divide lang natin tong fraction na to, nasa numerator and yung nasa denominator. And then, multiply din natin yung nasa exponent. So, ito na siya. 0.00, 0.005416667. And then, yung ating exponent ay magiging negative 120. Okay? And then, next step is to add. Yung nakapaloob sa parenthesis. Of course, that is 1.005416667. And then, after that, we're gonna have to raise that to negative 120 using your scientific calculator. Input this, and then the value, the equivalent of this exponential expression is 0.522962272. And then 1 minus ito, kunin natin yan, subtract lang natin, and then makukuha natin sagot ay 0.477037728. And then divide natin itong dalawa, divide natin itong fraction, and then ang equivalent niyan is 88.06849821. Remember na itong value na to, ito yung complete value ng fraction na yan. Okay, ito yung complete decimal value ng fraction na nasa itaas. Okay, kailangan ilagay natin lahat, isulat natin lahat ng value. Huwag natin i-round off. Okay, and then multiply natin tong decimal number to 5,000. Then, the result is 440,342 pesos and 49 centavos. Ibig sabihin, ito na yung pwede mong ibayad ngayon mismo. Para ikaw ay maghihintay na lamang ng 10 taon para kumita ka ng 842,015 pesos and 79 cents. Okay, ito siya. Sabi ko kanina, malaki ang matitipid natin dito if you're gonna have to pay it now. Kung ano mga investment na pag ang pinag-usapan ay annuity. Okay, of course, mag-conclusion muna tayo. What will be our conclusion? Therefore, 440,342 pesos and 49 centavos will be needed to generate a series of payments of 5,000 monthly for 10 years. Ngayon, try nating i-compare. Kung ikaw ay magde-deposit ng 5,000 monthly sa loob ng 10 taon. So, this is the formula. So, 5,000 times 12 para sa isang taon, ang babayaran mo ay 60,000. Since that is 10 years, 60,000 pesos times 10, ang mahuhulog mo lahat-lahat after 10 years is 600,000. Eh, kung mag-one-time payment ka lang, ang babayaran mo lang is 440,342 pesos and 49 cents. Ibig sabihin, kung makikita mo, malaki talaga ang difference. Malaki ang matitipid mo. Around 100,000, mga 160,000 ang matitipid mo. As you can see that, yan ang kagandahan ng present value when we talk about annuity. Okay. Next. So another concept that we're gonna have to discuss is the cash value or cash price. So what is that? So it is equal to the down payment added to the present value of the installment payments. Example, namili ka ng cellphone, naka-home credit siya. And then, ang alam mo lang doon is down payment. Nag-down ka, alam mo yung price ng down payment. And then, alam mo din yung installment payments mo kung magkano kada buwan. Diba? And then, ngayon, hindi sinasabi kung magkano talaga yung value ng cellphone mo, for example. At gusto mong malaman. So, we're gonna have to use the formula of the cash value or cash price. So, the formula for that is present value plus down payment. So, let's have some example. Isang example lang to. We have here, you are about to purchase a mobile phone from a leading shop at Balanga City and put it into credit, where you will just pay it in an installment payment. The down payment is 7,000 pesos. The regular payment at the end of each month is 1,108 pesos. The term is 12 months or 1 year. And then the interest is 0.1% compounded monthly. Now, you want to know how much is the selling price for the mobile phone. So, anong gagawin natin? So, the first step is to get the present value using the formula for the present value. Okay, ano-ano yon? So, ito na, login ko na ang values. So, the regular payment is 1,108 pesos. Yun yung payment mo kasi. Regular payment mo yan. Nakalagay dito. And then, of course, J, that is I over M. And the interest is 0.1. 0.01 divided by M, which is 12. That is equal to 0.000083333. And then N, that is the term times the conversion period. And the term is 12 months or 1 year. That is 1. Then the conversion period is 12. 1 times 12, that is 12. And then, add lang itong dalawang ito. Ayan, again. When we add 1 plus 0.0000833, and then raise that to negative 12, the answer is 0.999000541. Then divide this 1. And then subtract natin tong dalawang na nasa numerator. By subtraction, we'll get 0.0000999,459. Then divide lang natin to. Ito, ang fraction na yan, i-divide lang natin yung dalawang yan to get its decimal value. And that is equal to 11.99355597. Then multiply this to 1,108 pesos. At ang present value natin ay 13,288 pesos and 86 centavos. Then, since nakuha na natin ang present value at given naman yung down payment, makukuha na natin ang value ng cash price or the cash value. Using this formula, okay, present value, 13,288 pesos and 86 cents plus the down payment, 7,000 pesos. Upon addition, okay, the sum is 20,288 pesos and 86 centavos. Ito na yung cash price ng mobile phone. Okay? Ito yung ating conclusion. Okay. So, ayan siya. That is the cash price or the cash value. Okay, next. We have here the general annuity, second type. It's an annuity where the payment interval does not accord with the interest conversion period. Ibig sabihin yung pagbabayad mo, for example, nagbabayad ka ng certain amount monthly, and yung interest mo is quarterly, compounded siya quarterly. So, magkaiba sila, di ba? Hindi sila magko-coincide. So, what is the formula for the general annuity? So, ito yung gagawin natin. It's the future value or the amount of general annuity. Its formula is F is equal to R times quantity 1 plus J raised to N minus 1 all over J. Same lang sila ng formula sa simple annuity. So, pagdating kasi dito, hindi the same yung interest rate, yung conversion period ng interest sa payment interval mo. Okay. So, ito pa rin tayo. F, same pa rin yan. It's the future value of simple annuity. Capital letter R, the regular payment of the present value. Small letter J, it's the interest rate per payment interval. Per payment interval, ito yung J. And then N is the number of payments. So, where J is equal to this. Ito yung formula ngayon ng J. Bakit ganito ang formula? Kasi nga, yung J dito, kasi nga yung interest dito, iba yung conversion period niya. Magkaiba sila. Kailangan gawin na siyang equal doon sa payment interval. Kung ikaw yung nagbabayad monthly, kailangan yung interest, yung conversion period ng interest mo ay kailangan monthly din. Kailangan din siyang maging monthly. Okay. So, we have here J is equal to quantity 1 plus I over M sub 2 raised to M sub 2 divided by M sub 1 minus 1. So, ano yung M sub 1 and M sub 2? Bago ata to sa atin. Okay. I, of course, that is the interest rate. Okay, ito yung given na interest rate. And then M sub 1 is the conversion period of payment. For example, you are paying this amount, 1,000 monthly. Yung monthly, it refers to M sub 1. Then M sub 2, conversion period of the interest. Pag sinabing compounded semi-annually, compounded quarterly, yun ang M sub 2 natin. After the interest rate given. Doon mo siya makikita ang M sub 2. Ang M sub 1, makikita mo yan kung magkano siya binabayaran. 1,000 every month. Yun yun. M sub 2 is, nakalagay doon, 5% compounded semi-annually, compounded quarterly. So, yun ang ating M sub 2. Ito ay kasunod ng interest rate, kasunod ng may percent. Okay. Then, of course, the N, the number of payments, so gabago din ang formula natin, that is T times M sub 2. Term, gano'ng katagal yung loan, pinabayaran, or something like that. And then M sub 2, conversion period. Ito yung after ng percentage. 5% compounded annually, compounded semi-annually. Yun yung ating M sub 2. Okay. Now, let's have an example. I have here an example. Beth Ann deposited to a bank in Pilar a sum of money amounting 10,200 pesos. It was made at the beginning of each month in an investment paying interest of 12% quarterly. How much will Beth Ann get out of her investment after 5 years? So this problem, guys, talks about general annuity. Bakit? Paano natin sasabing ito ay general annuity? Why? Kasi nga, magkaiba. May nalagay dito. Yung payment interval niya, the conversion of the payment, nag-deposit niya ang pera, is at the beginning of each month. Ayan. And then, yung interest niya is compounded naman. We have here 12% quarterly. Quarterly and month. Every month is magkaiba. Kapag magkaiba yung dalawang yan, ibig sabihin that is general annuity. Dalawa kasi ang binigay na ganyan. Conversion period. Yung isa, interval ng pagbabayad. Yung isa naman is the compounding. The conversion period ng interest rate, which is compounded quarterly. So, therefore, it talks about general annuity. Okay, so, next thing to do is to present the given. What are the given? We have the regular payment, 10,200 pesos, kasi ito yung kanyang dino-deposit sa bank. And then the interest, 12%, that is 0.12. And then M sub 1, okay, it refers to the conversion of payment. Ano yun? That is each month. So, 12 pag monthly. And then we have here M sub 2 quarterly, that is 4. So, that is 4. Quarterly is 4. And then T, the term is after 5 years. So, you have your after 5 years. So, therefore, T or term is 5. And the future value is missing. Ito yung hahanapin natin ngayon. Okay. So, gonna have to jot down. Copy the formula. 4. Okay, ito muna tayo. Kukunin muna natin ang value ng J, ng interest rate. Kailangan equal siya sa kung paano ka nagbabayad, nag-deposit. So, every month siya. So, from quarterly, gawin natin each month or monthly. So, using this formula, gonna have to input the given here. We have here I, we have 0.12. M sub 2 natin is 4, that is quarterly. Okay, ginawa na pa lang natin quarterly ito. Dito siya. Quarterly talaga to. And then raised to, M sub 2 is 4 rather. M sub 1 is 12. Then minus 1. Divide natin dalawa, itong fraction. Divide lang natin yan. And then divide natin itong nasa itaas, sa exponent. So, ito yung whole value, complete value of the 4 over 12. Then add the 2, 1 plus 0.03, that is 1.03. Raise to this exponent. Using your calculator, kindly input this. And we're gonna have this result. 1.009901634 minus 1. Then, subtract natin ang 1. Mawawala na si 1 dyan. 0 na yan. Magiging 0.009901634. Ito na yung ating bagong value ng J. Ito na siya. Ibig sabihin, ito ay naka-express monthly na ito. Ito ay monthly na. Okay? Next. So, proceed lang tayo sa pagkuha ng future value ng general annuity. Using the formula, then input the given. So, gonna have 2 So before anything else, kukunin na natin, we're gonna have to look for the value of the number of payments. So N is equal to T times M sub 2. So term is 5, M sub 2 is 4. 5 times 4 is 20. Kasi ang nakuha natin sa una is the value of J. Ngayon naman value of N naman tayo. And then input lang natin sa formula. Regular payment, 10,200 pesos. Input lang natin lahat sa formula. J natin, guys, ito. Lahat yan ilalagay natin. Yung N natin is 20 minus 1. Then J, ito ulit siya. Add the 2 na nakapaloob sa parenthesis, raise to 20. Okay. Ito ang value natin. Minus 1. So, magiging 0 na to dito. Instead of 1, magiging 0 na siya. And then divide the fraction. That is 21.99793,496. Multiply natin sa 10,200 pesos. Upon multiplication, the future value is equal to 224,378 pesos and 94 centavos. Ito na ang ating sagot. So, the conclusion is therefore, the amount, 224,378 pesos and 94 centavos, will Beth Ann get out of her investment after 5 years. Don't forget to include the conclusion after the final answer. Okay. Next. Present value of general annuity naman tayo. Using the same formula. Okay, ito ang given natin. Ayan siya. Nilagay ko na dito ang value ng ating J. Hahanapin natin ngayon ang present value. Magkano pala ang dapat mong ibayad ngayon na? Ngayon na mismo. Para hindi ka na mag-deposit sa bangko every month. Okay? For about 5 years. Isang bayaran na lang. Maghihintay ka na lang ng 5 years. So, I'm gonna have to use the formula for the present value which is presented above of the screen. So, copy the formula and input the given values to each variables. So, regular payment, that is 10,200 pesos. Yung J natin, ayan na siya, decimal form na siya. It's a decimal number. And then N natin, that is T, that is 5. And then M sub 2, that is 4. So, 5 times 4, of course, that is 20. Ayan siya. Pinag-add ko yung dalawa, ito na siya, then raise to negative 20. Then raise natin yan sa negative 20. Okay, ito na siya. Then 1 minus 0.821142,447. Upon subtraction, ang ating numerator ay magiging 0.178857553. Then multiply the 2, yung naka-fraction, gagawin natin yung decimal number. And that is equal to 18.06343812. Then multiply that to 10,200 pesos. So the present value is equal to 184,247 pesos and 7 centavos. So ito na yung kailangan mong ibayad ngayon na mismo, i-deposit sa bangko para ikaw ay kikita na lamang after 5 years. So this is the conclusion. Ayan ang conclusion natin. Sinunod lang natin yan sa question above. So don't forget to present the conclusion. Next in line is the deferred annuity. So it is an annuity that does not begin until a given time has expired. So what does it mean? So for example, you are paying for a loan. And sabi doon, the payment will start after 3 months, after 7 months, after 2 years, or for example, pension. So you will get a pension after 3 months, after 3 years, mga ganong bagay. So that is deferred annuity. So meron siyang pagitan, di ba? May time na hindi ka makakatanggap, may time na hindi ka muna magbabayad. Okay, so in this case, we're gonna have to solve for the present value of deferred annuity. So what is the formula? So its formula is P, capital letter P, is equal to R times 1 minus quantity 1 plus J raised to negative K plus N all over J minus R times 1 minus quantity 1 plus J raised to negative K all over J. So, ayan, ano-ano yung mga nandito? So, of course, letter P, that is the present value of a deferred annuity. Pag sinabi nating present value, ito yung amount ng pera na ibabayad mo na ngayon para sa sequence of payments, isang hulugan na lang. Okay. Isang hulugan na lang siya. Next is R, the regular payment, of course. Then J is the interest rate per period. And then we have N, of course, that is the number of payments. Same lang din doon sa naunang dalawang type of annuities. And then lastly, we have small letter K. It refers to the number of times of deferment conversion. Okay, what is deferment? Ano yung deferred? Ano yung period ng deferment? Mamaya malalaman natin yon. Okay, the period of deferment. Next, we have here J. Same lang naman ang formula, no? We have J is equal to I over M, where I is the interest rate. Usually, it is in terms of year. Annual ito. Annual ang rate natin dito. M is the conversion period. And we have N times, it is equal to term times the conversion period. Ngayon, let's talk about the deferment conversion, or the period of deferment. So we have here the period of deferral. Period of deferral, it is simply the length of time for which there is no payment. Wala ka manang babayaran. And then, it is also the time between the purchase of an annuity and the start of the payments for the deferred annuity. So, ano yun? Purchase of an annuity. For example, pension siya, ganung bagay, nag-loan ka, mga ganung bagay. So, that is, and then binigyan ka ng time, enough time, hindi ka man pwede magbayad para makapag-ipon ka or something para mabayaran mo yung payment. So, that is deferred annuity. So, ngayon, ang period of deferral, that is denoted by small letter K, di ba? That is the number of deferment period, a conversion rather. So, here are some of the examples. Pag sinabi dito, after 5 months, yung K natin, so magsisimula ang pagbabayad mo after 5 months. So, ang K natin dyan is 4 periods or 4 months. Bakit 5 plus 1? 5 minus 1 is 4. Kasi 0 to 1, that is 1. 2 to 0 to 1 is 1. 1 to 2 is 2. 2 to 3 is 3. 3 to 4 is 5. Mga ganong bagay siya. So, after 5 months, so K is equal to 4 periods or 4 months. Ayan siya. Then, next, we have starts on the 7th month. We have K is equal to 6 periods or 4 months. And then, after 4 years, K is equal to 3. 3 periods or 3 years. Mga ganong bagay. Nakadepende din ito sa conversion period. Kung ang payment mo ba is monthly, yan ba ay quarter, yan ba ay annually, so anong nakalagay doon. Okay na pagbabayad mo. Nakadepende after 4 years, maganong bagay siya. Okay, next, let's proceed with an example. So here is the example. Phil R. availed a loan from a bank in Apukay that gave him an option to pay 30,000 pesos monthly for 4 years. The first payment is due after 3 months. How much is the present value of the loan if the interest rate is 10% converted monthly? First thing to do is to lay down the given values. We have the regular payment equal to 30,000 pesos. Then we have the interest rate 10% or 0.10. The term T is 4 years. The conversion period M is 12 since it is converted monthly ang ating interest rate. And then K is it's the period of deferment. Ano yan? So, since nakalagay dito, the first payment is due after 3 months, so we're gonna have to subtract 1 to 3. So, 3 minus 1 is 2. So, ito lang value ng ating K. Then, proceed na tayo sa pagsasagot using the formula above. So, here is the formula. And then, substitute all the given values on the formula. So, we have the regular payment, 30,000. Ayan. And then, for the value of J, since J is equal to I over M, that is interest rate, we have 0.10 or 0.1 all over M, which is 12. So, we have here 0.1 over 12 sa lahat ng symbol na J sa ating equation. So, ayan, makikita mo, napalitan na siya ng value. And then, on the first one, on the left side, ito siya sa pinakaunang expression. So, we have here the exponent, negative times the quantity of K plus N. So, ang K natin ay 2. So, we have here 2. And then, ang N, we all know that N is equal to term T times the conversion period M. So, 4 times 12, that is 48. And 2 plus 48 is 50. And then sa kabila naman is negative k. Ang k natin is 2. So, next thing to do is to divide is 1. Yung 0.1 over 12, i-convert na natin ito into its equivalent decimal number. Okay, so we have here, so we add yung decimal value ng 0.1 over 12, inadd natin sa 1, kaya ito na siya. Naging 1.0083333333. Then, raised to negative 50, yung kabila naman raised to negative 2. Next thing to do is, ayan, sinabtract natin to. So, ito muna tayo sa nakabalob sa quantity. So, we have here 1.0083333333. I-raise muna natin ito sa exponent na negative 50. And then, yung value nun, isa-subtract natin dito sa 1. So, upon subtraction, ito ang nakuhang sagot. Same din sa isa. Sa kabila, 1.0083333333. Raised to negative 2, yung sagot nito, subtract natin sa 1. Ito rin ang kanyang result. And then, after that, we have to convert the fractions. Ito yung mga fractions, di ba? Rational expressions, ayan. Yung mga yan, i-convert natin into a single decimal number. By division, i-divide lang natin yan. So, ito na ang magiging result. Yung una, ito siya, naging 40.75442323. Pangalawa naman, na fraction ay naging 1.975274959. Then after that, we're gonna have to multiply each. Ito, 30,000 dito sa una, nakapaloob sa parenthesis. Yung pangalawa naman is 30,000 times sa decimal number na nasa loob ng parenthesis. So, upon multiplication, ito na yung result. So, yung una is 1,222,632 pesos and 70 centavos minus, pangalawa, ay naging 59,258 pesos and 25 centavos. Then, do some subtraction. Isa-subtract lang natin yung dalawa. The result is 1,163,374 pesos and 45 centavos. So, what will be our conclusion? Ito na ang ating conclusion. Therefore, the present value of the loan of PhilR is the interest, if the interest rate is 10%, converted monthly is 1,163,374 pesos and 45 centavos. So, ito na yung value, halaga ng pera na kanya pwede niyang ibayad one time. Isang beses lang. At hindi na siya maghuhulog pa isa kada buwan. Diba? Kada buwan. Maghihintay na lang siya. Okay? Hindi siya maghuhulog. Ito na siya. Ito yung mabayaran niya. Hindi na siya maghuhulog pa. Isang hulugan na lang. So, that is how we computed the value for the present value of deferred annuity. So, recall lang natin. So, we tackle 3 types of annuities. First is simple annuity na kung saan ang regular payment, ang interval for payment is the same sa interest rate. Coincide. Yung pangalawa naman is general annuity. Yung payment interval is magkaiba sa interest rate. For example, ang payment interval mo is monthly, then ang interest rate na given sa problem is quarterly. So, i-convert mo pa yon. And then, lastly, the deferred annuity, ang kaibahan naman nito is that ito ay may binibigay pang period of time para wala kang payment. Hindi ka magabayad or hindi ka nila mga ganong bagay. There is a deferred period or period of deferment, mga ganong bagay. So, those are the types of annuities that we are going to tackle about in the lesson. So, I hope you learned something from this lesson. Once again, thank you for your time in listening and watching this video lesson. So, I hope I imparted such knowledge in your mind. So, thank you so much.